What's up, guys? Let's get real close for this Q&A. Just me and you. And some questions. First up, we got a question from Jeff Holland, and he says, I change my workouts at all during my cut? I usually don't change the exercises. What I'll usually change is I'll add in more band work, and I'll usually do more drop sets and supersets, and that's just because me doing cardio, and I have that ability to work harder, and when I'm a fat 216, I'm like breathing heavy in between my sets anyway, so it's nice to have a little more energy when you lose the fat, the body fat at least. Next question, do I implement cardio into my cut, and if so, what do you do? If not, why? Of course I incorporate cardio into my cut. It's probably the most important thing other than dropping calories in maintaining a steady weight loss to your goal and the perfect body composition. I feel like people who don't do cardio and just cut calories don't have as good of a body composition as somebody who does the cardio. It's just my opinion, and it's just my opinion of myself, as I feel my body is better and tighter and I keep more muscle on when I actually incorporate in consistent cardio, and that's just me. But the other side of the coin is I don't want to drop my calories to 1,000 calories, because if you're not losing weight, there's one thing you have to do is add in cardio or dropping the calories, and at some point you just can't drop calories anymore, guys. So cardio is essential, and I like to do the stepper. I like to do exciting things at cardio. I like to do the prowler. I like to do farmers walks, like very, very fast farmers walks. Those are like killer. Shout out to Matt Grawl for showing me those. But I like to do stuff that's like unconventional, like a long tennis session. Like me and my buddy Jared, you've seen him in the channel before. We'll do like 2-hour sessions of tennis during the summer. So shirtless, because the bitches be mine. So this question is interesting. It's basically saying if this, it's from Kingson, and it's from. He's basically saying if he started from a upper lower split to all of a sudden a single body part a day, would it have an effect on his physique? And I would actually say yes. If you're a natural, doing one exercise, one muscle group a day is just not optimal for you. You really need to hit a high frequency, and for those smaller muscles, I wouldn't waste your time on having a whole day. Usually I pair shoulders and arms, or shoulders and legs, or I do like a chest and tri, back and bi, or vice versa, do the antagonist muscles. I usually make sure that I pair some exercises together. There's no point in having an arm day unless you have like a free day and you're like, hey, fuck it, let's go to the gym, get a huge pump and appease the gods. I don't know. I think that's probably the only reason why you'd have that. But up your frequency of your lifts, and that'll change your physique. But if you drop it as natural, you definitely will take a hit. How often do I do refeeds, if at all? I usually don't do refeeds at all. Occasionally, I feel like it kind of just works itself out, because I'll have an occasion where I'll have, my birthday or something, or somebody's birthday, and I don't want to be counting macros, so that'll kind of act as my refeed, but I really don't. Unless I'm really struggling and feeling flat, I don't feel the need to refeed at this point in time. What up, Bridget? Bridget's one of my #1 supporters and has lost a shit ton of weight. You go, girl. List versus HIIT. I like HIIT. Just a little more interesting, but Liss has worked for me as well. I feel like, I don't know, this is a tough toss-up. I feel like incorporating both is like the best thing to do. I know people usually choose a side, but I can't choose a side. I can't choose. Low-carb diets, are they better? What's my opinion on? I think low-carb diets are probably the best for me, especially because carbs do not do well with my physiology, but they're definitely better than a low-fat diet. There's a study that actually shows that a control group of people who did high-fat diet versus low-fat diets versus low carbs is more effective. carbs are less essential in your body because your body can actually produce glucose from breaking down proteins and fats as well. So that's my opinion. Claude the Native asks, have I ever fell off a cut? I suggest you watch the cut episode 2, The Fall. It will answer all your questions. Tips on how to deal with cravings. Kingston, I'm answering 2 questions from you because you're answering great questions. You're asking great questions. But how do I deal with cravings? I do 0-calorie foods that fill up my stomach, like pickles, sparkling water. I will drink a lot of water in general. Like, you know, I split my like liquid meals and regular meals. I feel that helps a lot because while I'm eating, like, I don't really drink a lot, and then when I'm hungry in between meals, I'll just drink then. I feel like that is like the best hunger stopper. But if you're gonna get pickles, go with Vlasic because it's all about that crunch. How do you stay strong throughout your cut? I think the best thing is just to take it slow. If you're cutting too fast, you're gonna lose strength. The other side of that coin is you gotta make sure you lift heavy. A lot of people have the mentality that when they start cutting, in their head they're actually getting weaker, so like their lifts start getting weaker. So you gotta push through that and you gotta say, you know what, I'm fucking still strong, still put the weight on. A lot of people will just avoid the weight, and a lot of people put up a lot of excuses while they're cutting, and they'll be like, oh, you know, I'm cutting, I'm losing weight, I'm not as strong, you know, if you go the right way about your cut and the right way about the mentality of the weights in the gym, you shouldn't lose any strength, or it should be minimal, you know, and depending on how long you're taking, you might not lose any, and depending on the person. So that's my advice on how to stop losing strength. All right, fasted cardio, real quick. Absolutely not for me personally, because I would just like pass out. I need to have at least egg whites or something in my system before I do cardio usually, unless I have a long lift and then I go into cardio, then that's generally like the most fasted I'll be if I'll go into a cardio session. What's a good starting point for cardio is I usually start at 10 to 15 minutes and then I'll bring it to 20, then 30, 45, I'll never go over an hour. You'll never see me go over an hour ever again. Ketogenic diet, why do people knock it? I love it, this guy. D. Meyerless 92. So I think a lot of people knock it because it's very extreme, and for most people they can't deal without that many carbs without really fucking them up. Me personally, I do well on a ketogenic diet because carbs and me aren't friends. We're not on talking terms right now, but we're getting better. But like for me, fats and protein will sustain me. Like I will be sustainable in my I'll be good. It wasn't until that my coach started dropping fats in my diet that I ever started like really becoming bitchy and, you know, hating myself, whatever. But yes, I think that's why most people hate it. All right, can you lose excess skin and fat from, if it fits your macros, diet, or do you need a strict diet? This is probably a better question for Obese to Beast, my boy Obese to Beast, O2B, because he's had a famous video about his loose skin. So check him out on his channel and comment, and I think that he'd give you a better answer than I would. Do I think BCAAs are necessary on a cut? Not necessary, but they sure as hell taste good, and generally if you're not drinking stuff like juice or anything like that, it's a good substitute to that, and you can get like a green apple flavor or something like that rather than drinking the Kool-Aid. So I drink BCAAs just because they taste good. And I'm not pounding Minute Maid every 2 seconds. Favorite cheat meal, free meal to eat during a cut to keep your sanity? Buffalo chicken pizza or anything buffalo chicken. Why? Because I'm fucking American. That's why. This is an awesome question. What motivates me? Guys, what motivates me is literally being better than yesterday. I see so many people in so many different walks of life that appreciate the little things and appreciate little growth, and I've always aspired to be just like that. And then I see people that have so much potential and that they're not growing themselves daily. So for me, I look at little steps that I take and the growth, and that's what keeps me going. And a big part of what keeps me going is you guys. Honestly, like your support, I didn't think this channel was going to be anything. I thought that the videos were just going to be a way for me to track my progress and kind of motivate me by motivating myself to do it. But you guys have done all that for me, and I just want to thank you guys so much, especially with your support with the cut series and me deciding to get back down to an acceptable weight and get some abs. I mean, not that 216 is acceptable, it's just not acceptable to me. But thank you so much, guys, and I'm just gonna cut the video with that awesome question. If you did like this video, if you like Q&As, these quick Q&As that I'm doing, give me a thumbs up. And if you like to see videos in your feed of Olympusiron, you should definitely subscribe. It's that red button down there, and if you hit it, it's gonna turn gray. So hit your boy up. And also remember, guys, to train like a god, conquer the weights.